Uh, Ukraine's new leaders are accusing Russia of declaring war. Russia's prime minister warned Sunday that blood could be spilled amid growing instability in the neighboring nation. There on the other end of our line, our AT&T line, United States Congressman Mike Rogers, the Republican from Brighton and chair of the House Intelligence Committee. Thank you for being available. I know every minute counts when you're in a situation like this.
Michael, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
What should be happening in Ukraine right now, and what is happening?
Well, what is happening is that you have the Russian Federation, or Putin's Russia, is trying to reinforce its position in the Crimean Peninsula. That has a very both military and economic strategic value to the Russian Federation, and that's in the south and the east, and that has all of the ports and all the access to the Black Sea. So they operate their Black Sea fleet from there. In the west and north is what there are more ethnic Ukrainians, and so there's been this split. And what tipped it off, obviously throwing out the former prime minister with the revolution, but one of the first things that the parliament did is pass an anti-Russian language bill, which just seemed to inflame the differences between the West and the East in the Ukraine. And it, I think, gave permission for in his mind, not necessarily by international law, gave Putin permission to actually ramp up troops by saying he's protecting ethnic-speaking Russians in the Crimean Peninsula.
So this is a naive question, but is it more similar to Northern Ireland, for instance, or Kuwait?
Probably, I'm not sure either would fit.
Yeah.
The fact that the Ukraine was part of the Soviet bloc countries and the Crimean Peninsula was actually part of Russia, which was deeded to the Ukraine, which was then called the Soviet Republic of the Ukraine in 1954. So the Russians have always believed this is theirs, and so I'm not sure I'm drawing a comparison only in the sense that they're arguing that they're for defensive purposes. Saddam Hussein went into Kuwait because he just believed he owned it and it was part of Iraq and he was going to take it back, and he really wanted the oil field. So there's probably, if you had to draw a comparison, it's probably closer to Kuwait than it is Northern Ireland.
So the desired action, I guess the president was on the phone for 90 minutes with Vladimir Putin. How do you think that conversation went? Do you know anything about that conversation?
Just what we've seen reported. I mean, we haven't had any direct conversations with the president about it.
No?
I mean, obviously, Putin believes that he is in the right place. So he believes that he is protecting ethnic Russian-speaking Ukrainians, and that they want to be part of Russia. And if you look at what he's done, he's done something pretty clever. He has walked down the path of being able to partition the Crimea as to being back a part of the Russian Federal Republic. And so he did it through the Duma, their version of the legislature, saying, hey, if they want to come in, they can come back in. They've also had a vote to allow Russian soldiers outside the Russian Federation, which means that they could put more Russian troops in there if they needed to. So he is teeing this up for either a long haul or a quick resolution with military force.
So the average person sitting right now in Okemos or in Brighton or in your district, myself included, saying, what's this matter to me?
Well, it's destabilizing to the whole entire region. So the EU is already on shaky ground, and we say, who cares? But the economy of the EU is tied to the economy of the United States. So if they go south, we're going to go south. If that means that your gas prices go up, means your food prices go up, it means that the economy, there's less jobs available to try to get through this tough economic time. All of that will impact the United States and people at home. Now, you may not see it, you may not feel it, you may not be able to touch it, but that's the ripple effect that goes through the U.S. economy when something as destabilizing as an event like this happens in a place like the Ukraine.